Good morning. It's the 12th of March, 2026, and I'm Reg Knight. A couple of things to note today is that the Iranian Defense Ministry is shifting its tactics in regard to this ill-timed and really stupid war. They have apologized to their Gulf regional neighbors. And in mafia style, they were really conciliatory, stating, and I'm paraphrasing, that they were just sending a message to the American forces in the region. They have stated that they are no longer going to seek out civilian targets to prove their point. They're going to focus on U.S. assets until they leave the region. Now, let's talk about that, because the Strait of Hormuz is only 36 miles long, and at its narrowest point, 20 miles wide. Despite what the Trump administration and the U.S. media is telling you, it is already heavily mined, and because it's such a narrow strait that it can easily house aircraft launchers, handheld missiles to strike any ship in any direction coming in and out of that strait. Because the Iranian Defense Ministry has also said not a drop of oil is going to come through that strait until American forces leave. Now, I don't know about you, but these guys have been around 2,600 years, as opposed to we're just closing in on 250. And as I had given the case in earlier videos, that in Vietnam, we had the air superiority, we had the better tech, and we still lost the war. Because there's one thing that all media sources are missing in this equation, and that is the will to fight, and to fight for a specific cause that you feel like would be okay if you died. And the Iranian people, even though they detested the former regime, they hate invaders even worse. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, that the Arabs have a saying, is that I can fight against my brother, but you cannot. They have already extended the olive branch to the other Gulf oil producing states, and they're willing to cooperate with them to form a better partnership for going into the future. But the Iranians want to see oil go to $200 a barrel. They have said that cheap oil, those days are over. And they're going to exact as much pain on the U.S. and the West as they can get away with. And speaking of the West, now the Trump administration wants to admit there's 150 casualties. But I believe still, looking at a ton of videos and listening to people from overseas, that casualty count is much higher. Funny that he wants to talk about him looking bad when it's the men and women in uniform that are suffering, bleeding, and expiring. If you thought that this was going to be a onesie-twosie couple of days and we're done, Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu have absolutely no say-so when the Iranians decide they want to finish this thing. This is going to be long and drawn out, folks, and I guarantee you we'll still be talking about this at the midterms. It's the 12th of March, 2026, and I'm Reg Knight. Have a good day.